Sup,
You
tech support
remember?
is tech support is sleeping on the job
Yeah.
there.
Remember when I was there and I was busy faffing about for a full hour before we would record? Yeah. Yeah. Don't blame your son. What do you mean? What do you mean? Finally. But you'll just tell
Yeah.
us if there's anything that pops up. Cool. And I've just sent through the tracks, so you should have them in your email.
Yeah.
Yeah. Terra Enzo. You're saying it like I'm introducing it. I don't know. The second track I actually worked on. The track after this I actually worked on. So I'm not going to give any feedback on that. And I won't tell you what I did either on the track. But it'll be pretty apparent. No, I checked it now and I was like, the guy sent through a track that I worked on. So it's not fair. It's not fair that I say anything. I'll leave you guys to talk. You'll do the majority of the talking. But with this one here, I don't know. Maybe I do know the artist. Maybe I do, but we'll see. I don't know.
Okay. Let's hear what we got. I can only see the graphics.
Yeah, the artwork.
Nope. Before we even start, Silas, what are you looking for in a track?
I wanted to it's weird. I wanted doesn't have to grab me and wow me and amaze me. I just need to hear that there was thought put into this track. They didn't just get into studio one day, get high or drunk, and then put the song together. There was some thought process between, beat selection needs to make sense. Doesn't have to be amazing, just make sense. Lyrics, that also just needs to make sense. If I can hear that you're struggling to pronounce the words or you're inaudible, which is more likely a mixing issue. And I'm also obviously listening for the quality of the beat and then just the flow of the song. Sometimes it's tough. I think last week we got a track that was like a minute long. So it's difficult to build on the flow, but I want to feel like this is a cohesive commercial song. Nope.
Matter.
What do you look for?
Nothing yet. Yeah, similar thing for me. I think obviously I feel like a song has to tell some sort of a story. Not that I'm saying it has to be audio at last. You can hear something. Yeah. Actually, I can't hear anything you said. Are you playing something? Yeah, the sound is I don't know if it's the codec thing or it's...
Is it the track? Oh, are you sure?
I'ma make it disappear.
Yeah, I can hear everything.
It's to me it sounds like it's high passed or something. I don't
Gola,
know. Yeah.
Hopolo, Sokola. This my home, nigga. No money is on this scheme. I'ma make it disappear like Steve. When I just mind your pace, keep pushing the pace. Me, I'm the Shandies. I bless a girl with a kiss, minding my own biz. My cycle got snakes, I can hear him hiss. My future fulfilled, man, what a bliss. What's next? Me, I'm cooking, what's next? Me, I'm coming, what's next? My life is soft, your life is soft, but it's not the same how we perceive in life. Better create your script when you write your life. Better get your right if you know it's real. Yeah.
Genius.
I don't know if maybe it's the audio quality
I'm
because of the
checking that right
screen
now.
or is the quality from that side because
It's
I
exactly.
can't really call it
It's
based off
as
of
you hear it.
quality.
I'm listening out of my Bayes right now, and it's as you heard it. So whatever
Jeez.
you heard was what you heard. Yeah. Okay.
So it's
So for me, just based on because I listened to 10 seconds now quickly just of the actual MP3 from the email directly. It is sounding whatever's sitting at the bottom. We're talking bass line, all of that stuff. There's a bass line. I think I heard an 808, and it's just grunge at the bottom. It's just swallowing everything up. So I
yeah.
think that's sort of what's tricking us and making us wonder what's going on. Genius, what's probably happening is there's probably some kind of filtering or compression that's happening. By the time it gets to you, you're not hearing much.
Yeah,
Um,
no. I
yeah, that one
I
needs
really can't. I'm sorry, I can't make a call on this one because just like we were talking earlier, I was about to say that what I'm looking for in a track is a musicality. It's hard to judge the musicality if I can't hear anything. So
yeah.
it's really difficult.
True. No, off of what I heard, it's not like I'm not wowed, I'm not impressed. But right from the beginning, from execution, like I was saying, the execution of the idea. First of all, if we're talking technically, it took
Yeah.
the song 30 seconds before we could identify what type of track it was. I think it was pianos for the first 30 seconds. And then a very interesting beat came about. But I think just execution of that, there's too much going on in the bottom end, as I mentioned. So that's definitely a production slash mixing problem. And then in
Mm.
terms of the lyrical content, I didn't feel like it was like he was telling me anything new or interesting. Um,
Mm.
yeah, I wasn't feeling it. Nah.
Yeah, also maybe in terms of the mix as well, from the beat that I could hear, I felt like the vocal was sort of like sitting on top of the beat, like they were not working together. The
Mm.
vocal was just there at the top and the instrumental right down here. Nah. I don't know if I even should rate it because off of production alone, it's. I don't know if
Give us
it's.
a
I can say
number.
production and mixing, mastering. Production is. I can't make anything off it.
Why are we separating,
Yeah.
guys? It's a song. It's a song. Just give the song a number.
Nah, man. For me, I would say it's really bad. It's really bad. I'll give it a 1, bro. Out of 5, I'll give it a 1.
Out of 10.
Out of 10,
2.
sure.
You give it, then it's
Nah,
2 out of 10.
definitely less than 50%. Like I'll give it
Mhm.
3. I can hear it's a song, but yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yes, yeah, true.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
We're the same, bro.
you gave the same score. Mm, I,
Yeah.
man,
Yeah, it's just a song, man.
I think it's yeah. I mean, I'd give it 3.5, 3 maybe. Let me not try to be smart. 3 as well. But this is purely because a beat and vocals were brought together. But that's just the beginning. Like I know how much work needs to go into this track just to get it to 50%. The
Yeah.
mixing you've mentioned, we're talking a lot of other things though. It's the mixing, um it's the structure for me. Like I said, structure is a big thing for me. Also, for the sake of a listener as well, some people wouldn't have given this song the time of day. After they passed
Yeah.
the 30-second mark, they heard that drum come in, they would have switched it off. So instantly there, I'm just like, it doesn't do it for me. Anyway, that's my thing. We should give it I think maybe our score, maybe we shouldn't necessarily give it a number. We should just give it a almost like a thumbs up, thumbs down rating. Because it's always going to be laden with explanation. We're going to be sitting here explaining ourselves to the end of time, whereas we can say, "I dig it," or "It's not." Fine, fine,
Mm.
okay, cool, cool. I think
Yeah.
we've given enough.
Yeah. I think it's production, production, production.
Yo, Wonderland, yeah. Guy goes by the name of Sipo Great Beast.
To the Wonderland.
Just take me back, take me back, take me back,
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, to the Wonderland,
To the wonder, to the wonder.
to the Wonderland, to the Wonderland. Just take me back,
Take me back.
take me back, take me back, take me back to the Wonderland,
To the wonder, to the wonder.
oh, the Wonderland. Just take me
Take me back to the Wonderland, where I sit and observe my motherland. My pedigree had tried just to comprehend, but I'm still searching for this promised land. I carry so much truth like the forbidden fruit. I paint the Wonderland with shadows of grief, rebels of the truth, favors of the myth. Seek it then you find, and knock until it opens. Ignorance is bliss, money is a skill that can only fight fair. I hope all my people can get a fair share. Right until the end, you only live once and you struggle every day, huh? I see visions blending with illusions. We all fight with principles and virtues to create or we manipulate energy as we tap to our highest
take
potential.
me back, take me back, take me back, yeah, to the Wonderland,
To the wonder, to the wonder.
to the Wonderland, to the Wonderland. Just take me back,
Take me back.
take me back, take me back, take me back to the Wonderland,
To the wonder, to the wonder.
oh, the Wonderland. Just take me back.
I pray to God before I do anything. Bless the native land while we still live in it. I know that's what we never religion that we in. I still ask God to forgive all our sins. The money will perish, but the land we keep. Wise men's words we never knew exist. I know what type of man that can die but not kill. For the righteous of the land and the power of will. And his bed was divine, like Jesus Christ dead. I know I took time just to walk by myself, but my stars stay up. I know that I am blessed, blessed, blessed. I know that I am blessed. Yeah.
Right. all right, definitely. I have a quality thing. I don't know, maybe it's the conversion. So I won't focus on the production because I think I'm getting a degraded version on my end. So, but I can, in terms of this the structure of the song, I can hear it's telling a story. It has a concept to it, and it's definitely musical. Maybe on the hook, the delivery, I feel like it could have been better. I feel like it's more. It gives me the vibe of a studio singer more than a performer kind of thing. That's how I feel. I feel like it wasn't projected enough. It was just laid back instead of being. It could have had more impact if the guy on the hook was actually projecting. Otherwise, everything else it fits in into my what I'm looking for, like in terms of musicality.
Why didn't we? Why are you asking me questions? We're here to hear your opinion. Pretend like I recorded it. I think, in the session. Yes, I recorded the singer and I did the
It's
mixing and the
starting,
mastering. No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
it's
When
starting to sound like cross examination.
yeah, when you ask me questions, understand that it's a mixture of my input, the artist's input, the singer's input, the whole vision. Yeah, so
Yeah,
you can't scrutinize me. Don't scrutinize me like it's my track. Give it feedback and then we can talk after. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it was too loose. Yeah, it was too loose. More
Oh,
on the natural side of the things.
okay.
There's a fine line between natural and then natural good like live performer and natural then it leans into the amateur singer type of thing. There's that fine line. So for me, it sort of like leaned more to yeah, yeah. All right. I'm just curious to know since Silas was recording it.
Yeah. It was
When
like
this guy was in
cross-examination.
no, when the singer was in the booth, probably you
Hmm.
did have some input. I want to know what did you hear and what is it that you shouted? Yeah, what did you hear and what did you encourage him to do to bring this vision to life?
Eh,
Because for me, I was definitely going to say something along the lines of, "Hey, can you push it more? It's too chilled,
Yeah.
projected." Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Fair. No, it's a fair question. So we went back and forth. I think this is the third singer.
yeah,
Yeah. One thing I will say is that there is a shortage of hip hop singers, not just in the country, I think in the world. Like someone who can sing over a hip hop song where it sounds like singing, but it's like it matches the energy. My first
yeah.
thought when I heard the type of singing was it did lean a little bit more towards okay, this voice on an R&B song, I think you're telling it. I think it's telling a different story. I think you'll probably feel different about it because it will fit better there.
Yeah.
This is you heard the drums, you heard the sample going on there. The guys are also rapping, and now you've got singing that is very, very name a song. Exactly. Name a song where that happens.
I can. You know the guy. You've recorded the guy. I'll name drop. You've recorded. What's his name? This guy on Zach West tracks most of the time. What's his name? No, no,
Um,
no, no, not that one. Not that one.
you're
Not that
talking
one.
about
He's
J.
a
Claude.
colored guy. J.
Talking
Claude.
about J. Claude.
Yes.
But
Yes.
he clearly has a lot. The thing is, I've been forced to listen to a lot of his catalog. He has a
Yeah.
lot of songs where he sings and he can rap as well.
Yeah.
No, I'm not shifting. What I'm saying is what I'm trying to say is the singer does not fit the beat. That's my opinion. I
Yeah.
also know that there were 3 singers. This is singer number 3. Singer number 1 and
Yeah.
number 2 just didn't fit for other reasons. Singer
Yeah.
number 3, I was like, okay, finally, we have someone who can carry a note and who is able to, get to studio and do all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So he can carry. It's not a problem with the carrying of the note. And the other thing is, Butle, your ears and our ears these days want to hear that thing. They want to hear that thing. They want to hear that.
Yeah.
They want to hear a
Yeah.
little
Yeah.
bit of that, just a little bit. But
Yeah. Just
when it's
to
too
maybe add.
clean, it's late.
Yeah. No. Also, maybe to add for me. For me, I didn't hear him missing notes or anything. He's holding the notes fine. It's just that for me, it's the tonality. For me, it's okay. Maybe we're hearing different things, but I don't think he's really he's fine in terms of he can
Yeah.
hold a note. It's the tonality. His tone in the context of the track, it may be too light. We needed something a bit with a bit of low end and aggression.
I can agree with that. I can agree with that. Don't you dare say that. Don't you dare say that. Don't you dare say that. There is for you to be on a hip hop track, there has to be some kind of swagger. There has to be some
Yeah.
kind of something to your voice. It cannot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bobby V.
Yeah.
No, we're
It's
not talking about pitch. We're not talking about pitch.
yeah, it's not
We're
really
talking about how he's carrying himself on the song. It feels.
yeah.
I get what Genius is saying.
Take me back, yeah. Take me back. Take me back, yeah. To the wonderland. To the wonderland. To the wonderland. Just take me back. Just take me back. Take me back. Take me back to the wonderland. To the wonderland. Just take me
back to the wonderland.
Exactly. Exactly. That's exactly what I was gonna say, Trey. Especially those little riffs that he did there, the little extra fills that he did there sounded very much like a Trey, but not necessarily like because Trey can still jump on the odd hip hop track. And past the plays. No. I was saying that for as much as it does have a Trey-ishness to it, there is still that thing of how he's carried himself. It feels a bit, I won't
Yeah.
say not churchy, it feels subdued in terms of the energy that was used.
Yeah.
Thing is, I don't know the artist. I think I've even forgotten his name. But sorry? Yeah. What do you mean? We spoke. We spoke even before the session. I didn't say. I don't remember. That one I can't tell you. This was recorded like 2 years ago. I don't remember what my feedback was.
Yeah.
I'm not
Jeez.
sure what my feedback was. But
Let's
like,
just
I'm
put
not
it back.
even like I'm not even upset because the times I've heard my music come out and I'm like, man, I remember saying that we should do this, and that. and we didn't do it, and now the song is out. Half the people don't care. Another quarter are just like, well, we don't
Yeah.
like it. And then another quarter will be like, yo, whatever you guys did there is fire. So I don't remember.
Yeah. Yeah, which is irrigable. Now, for me, just to wrap it up,
Yeah.
on the hook, right? You see, that's where we put so much focus on. For me, I will tell you straight up, it's not that the guy can't sing. He can sing, he can hold notes, he can do vibratos, riff and runs, whatnot. But it was just the energy wasn't the right one for this kind of energy. I think they've shined with a little bit of like Bobby Brown kind of energy, Jaru, that single track with Jarul and Bobby Brown. I don't know what's the name. That kind of energy. That kind of energy. But the swag, yeah, just the swag
The
of
swag.
carrying the track. Yeah.
Can I
The
ask a
energy
question?
basically. Yeah.
Can I ask a question? Why?
Yeah.
Don't come after me, guys, please. But why are we
Mhm.
not this critical with rappers?
No, we're going there. I thought we're
No,
going
there's
there.
two full rappers there, one full breakdowns. But we always like, well, we didn't really, and even with the last guy, you guys were like, well, we didn't really understand. Forget quality aside.
Yeah.
But this is not Wooden Mike. What I'm saying is the critique, and to say
On
that
the
this guy does
raps.
not belong here on this song. Yet there's two full grown rappers also on this song.
No,
Now
that's fair.
I want to hear what you have to say about them.
Now, in terms of the raps, I'll be honest. I take my time on listening to the raps. Like I
Mm.
really this time around with that one pass, I was just taken aback by the hook. I didn't focus on the rappers. I didn't get to listen what they were saying, but they do have the flow of which, if we're ticking boxes, the flow is nothing was distracting from the raps, from the delivery point, from it. Yeah, yeah, that's where we're going. That's
Where I
where we're going.
sit and
This is
observe
the
my
point.
mother. Take me back to the wonderland where I sit and observe my motherland. My pedigree had tried just to comprehend. God, I'm still searching for this promised land. I carry so much truth like the forbidden fruit. I paint the wonderland with shadows of grief. Rebels of the truth, favors of the meat. Seeking then you find, and knock until it opens. Ignorance is bliss, money is a skill that can only fight fair. I hope all my people can get a fair share. Right until the end, you only live once and you struggle every day, huh? I see visions blending with illusions. We all fight with principles and virtues to create or we manipulate energy as we tap to our highest potential.
Hey, it's filled with what? Is where we need subtitles on the screen so we can assist the audience to understand what you're saying. I am an aphorism, observation which contains a general truth. So what are you talking about? You're saying when it means one thing, is okay. So there's what are you saying? Are you saying that in terms of subject matter, y-
Yeah. Yeah, true. I also share the same similar views because from the hook, I'll expect there to be a connection with the concept. I'm supposed to get the concept at this point, but
Mhm.
I go in the whole quatrain. I'm still trying to understand how does it link to the Wonderland, and 8 bars in, I'm still trying to figure it out.
Okay. You know,
So
you
that's
guys,
that's my issue. That's my
you guys,
issue with the raps.
yeah.
But in terms of delivery, he can hold. He's got a flow. He knows what he's doing in terms of flowing and rapping.
Butler is
He
not
ticks he
convinced.
ticks that box. He ticks
Butler is
that
not
box.
convinced though.
Lyricism, yeah. There's no
Okay.
substance, yeah. In terms of lyricism, the substance is not there, and
Yeah.
then it's hard to judge lyricism if it's not best. Yeah, yeah. It's just
Okay. That makes sense. You guys, I'm learning things. It's funny because usually when it comes to raps, I'll be honest with you, even with lyrics and songs. My favorite songs, I don't know all the words. I don't listen to lyrics. I'm always just listening to the music. So when you explain it like that, when you explain it's almost like a
yeah,
5-year-old explanation, but it makes so much sense that if I think to the words of the lyrics, the words of the chorus,
yeah.
just take me back to the
The
wonderland.
Wonderland. Yeah.
Take me back. Okay, then it
So
repeats, right? So you kind of,
yeah,
when we get into it, it doesn't necessarily have to be completely related to the wonderland, but it wonderland exactly the promised land. Is it a Bible
yeah,
reference? Because the second verse, there are some Bible references there. Guys, I'm just asking questions now. I'm not a rapper. Don't shoot
yeah.
me. I make beats. Um, it's there's the connection there. I mean, I've seen it many times before, maybe not as bad. Like a good example where it landed, but it wasn't supposed to, was Make It Rain. Remember that song?
hmm
Yeah. Everybody's verse, I'm talking about the remix now. Everybody's verse was talking about making it rain the way we know Make It Rain. And then R. Kelly came on. And it was very, very, I don't know if it was because of the new context, but when I
Yeah,
heard it, I was like, huh, it's weird now. What are we talking about? But it still made some sense. He was
yeah.
still
That's
using the term and it still related back to the chorus.
yeah
So
to the
now I get
chorus.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah, so now I get it.
yeah.
I understand what you guys are saying in terms of
So
that.
if you, because basically this thing starts with a chorus, right? So if
Yeah.
you throw a chorus at us first at the beginning, you're basically saying this is the theme that I'm
Mm,
going with, and you've created an expectation that whatever we're going to hear is going to be related to that theme.
mm,
It may be even it can even have multiple spins on it, you know. But as long as it sticks to that, it can't be Wonderland, and then you start telling us about other things, then it
mm.
makes it confusing because it's supposed to be something coherent. Music's supposed to be telling a story. Yeah,
Would you, because again, in terms of rap, whenever I hear rap and I can't break it down or I can't analyze it, I kind of just figure that it's it's too much for me to break down in that moment. So I just say that maybe I don't get it, which happens a lot of the
mm,
time. And I've had many, it happens more to me with vernac rap, obviously, because I'll pick up some words and I'll
yeah,
be like, I didn't understand that. Then when we stop the take, I sometimes turn back to the guy and I'm like, and I ask them like, what when you said this and this, what did you mean? And then they'll explain it to me, and I'll be like, okay, I get it now. So this
Yeah.
isn't one of those cases because I mean, I'll be honest, I didn't ask, but I figured it was one of those things where the 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 meaning is super hidden within what is being said. No, I'm being honest. I'm being serious now.
No,
I'm
no,
being
I
serious
get you. I get you.
because a person can talk about metaphors and because if you think back to what backpack rap was, where people were talking about excavations of the frontal lobe and people would go super deep into things and go read books and go get real
Yeah,
deep with their information.
yeah.
Obviously, it
Even
wasn't great for the mainstream, but there was sense
yeah,
in what they were saying. So what you guys are saying is that there is no sense in terms of what is being said, or
yeah.
you just don't get it.
I don't think it's an issue of us not getting it. It can be because both of us cannot not get it. So it's clearly an issue of that. It's not coherent. It's not really. The whole point of a song is to create connections. Like basically, the chorus main point is to tie everything together.
Yeah.
Things may be different in one, but the whole chorus is supposed to be tying things together. Things are supposed to be. It's not supposed to be disjointed things. I'd rather listen to different songs with different subject matters than listen to one song with a whole lot of things that are all over. So that's my take. When I'm going into a song, I'm expecting to get one coherent thing out of it. Because even after the chorus and this first verse, I still can't tell you what the song is about.
I
I don't know
get
if you can.
I get you.
I don't know if
Maybe
you can, Bushe. Can you tell me what the song is about from listening to the chorus and yeah,
mm, mm. It was not one of those
yeah.
moments. Like, okay,
Yeah,
I feel that.
still on that Ross verse. What happens when you get to the chorus? Doesn't it give you some sort of resolution to say, "Oh, now I get why you were talking about those
Wait,
kind of
what song is
things"?
this? Okay. There was another. Remember when Young Money had that run and Birdman kept getting verses on all those songs? And it
Yeah,
honestly
yeah, yeah. I remember.
sounded like he was reading receipts for me. It sounded like he pulled a receipt out of his back pocket. But I guess it boils down to what Butle is saying in that a person can be talking nonsense, but when they deliver it well, or when it's delivered in a way where you're like, oh, this guy said absolutely nothing, but wow, did it sound good.
Yeah, it has to make sense in the context of the whole song.
Let's listen to you don't want to hear the second verse, so we can complete
Yeah, we
the
can
track.
go to yeah, we can go to the second verse.
Take me back, yeah, to the wonderland, to the wonderland, to the wonderland. Just take me back, just take me back, take me back to the wonderland, the wonderland. Just take me back.
I pray to God before I do anything. Bless the native land while we still live in it. I know that's what we never religion that we in. I still ask God to forgive all our sins. The money will perish, but the land we keep. Wise man's words we never knew exist. I know what type of man that can die but not kill. For the righteous of the land and the power of will. And his bed was divine, like Jesus Christ dead. I know I took time just to walk by myself, but my stars stay up. I know that I am blessed, blessed, blessed. I know that I am blessed. Yeah.
What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Yeah, guys. Okay, this one is a religious verse, I can tell, but I'm still trying to connect it to the Wonderland, to the Promised Land. I
You
don't
guys
get
just
it. It
don't go
just
to
didn't
church.
connect.
That's the problem. You guys just don't go to church.
No, that's what I'm trying to do.
Yes. They were
Oh,
even
I
for
didn't
me, a
get it.
non-rapper, I picked that up.
No, I
Once,
didn't. I
yeah.
didn't. It didn't connect perfectly for me. It's too loose. It's vague. Exactly. Thank you for using that word. It's still vague.
But guys, isn't the is
Yeah, it was just painting in the dark. Just throw it in the air. Like sort of like a basketball alley oop. Throw it in the air. Somebody gonna catch it.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay, so say we had them here, all
Yeah.
three of them, and you
Yeah.
had a minute each to just break it all down.
Hmm.
What would you say? Just each of you, just a minute of what you would say. Because now I'm also thinking for myself. I mean, I don't know, I no longer record, and I think this song must have been recorded maybe a third of the way through last year. So it was quite some time ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
But now, just in terms in hindsight, what would you have said when you heard the final version and we're having a listening session? Or what would you say if they were sitting here also on this platform now and they got a chance to listen to the feedback as a too long did not read? This is to
100,
the,
man.
yeah. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. 100. I fully agree with Bushe. I think I would take it as back as to songwriting to say, guys, okay, let's break down this whole thing. What is this song about? What did you want to talk about in this song? What is it
Mm,
that you want? Because I still can't tell. It's like watching a movie and saying, and not being able to tell someone what it was about.
mm,
That's how I feel right now. I'll just take it back to songwriting and say, what is the song about? What do you want to talk about? What is the concept of the song? Break down the elements to say, okay, I want to talk about this, before putting pen to pad. Know the points so that the substance can actually come out.
okay. No, no, I'm listening and I'm like, I'm hearing common problems in majority of the up and comers that I hear. This is the problem, right? This
Yeah,
is one of the main problems that upcoming artists have. This is massive. It's a if we're talking because what you guys based on what you guys have both said is um having some kind of a structure that there's a story to tell. I
yeah,
think Buhle, you said that having that structure, making sure things are coherent, not only audible or like I can actually make sense of what you're saying, but is there a thought process through your verse? Does it connect
yeah,
to the chorus? Does the second
yeah,
verse speak to the chorus as well? But also, did, did the person from the first verse and the second verse actually have a conversation before they started writing about the concept of this song?
yeah,
And does all
yeah,
of that then relate back to the beat? That's a pretty high, if we were to say that, that's a pretty higher grade thing.
yeah.
Doesn't matter. That those are bad
Mm,
examples. Those are bad examples. Those are yeah, it's bad examples. That's science, bro.
yeah.
That's very different. Their songs, that's all science.
Yeah.
Mm, mm. So maybe then they've tapped into because it's a very tricky part of the genre. I see. So
Yeah,
this is
it leans more on the alternative rap side. It's not
yeah.
on the mainstream side. Mainstream, you can get forgiven for talking gibberish.
It's
Nah,
guys.
I don't feel
This one
it's.
can. I
I
feel like
don't
it
feel.
can go either way.
Yeah, just like Butler said, I'll expect some seriousness with this kind of thing. Like
Mm,
I expect substance in it. I don't expect playfulness
true.
or things not to make sense. You're telling a coherent story. Like it sounds like if I were to give this beat age, I think it's for people in their 30s type of thing. The content that comes with
Mm.
nobody,
No,
no
he's
20s.
right. He's
You know what
right.
I mean?
He's
You
right.
expect some grown man stuff on
Mm.
this, So that's why the standard is kind of high from me because the beat selection it just demands.
No, you know
Nah,
what?
man, it is,
You know
it
what?
is, it is what it is. Yeah,
It's like having that was would have been a terrible example, but like it's having someone from the wrong age group wearing incorrect clothes. I don't know if that's a decent example, but he's chosen to come here to this genre and do what he's
yeah,
done with that. Mm, mm.
yeah,
Not that McDonald's
yeah,
doesn't have a it just doesn't belong inside there. I get what you're saying. Yeah.
yeah,
But yet
yeah. So
again, the guys, this is okay. Maybe I'm like this, and I'm not surprised because in my 10 or so years of recording artists, this is the thing. This is the problem. The beat selection, they pick the wrong beats. Most of the time, the wrong beat is selected. And a lot of the time, what they do with the beat isn't necessarily coherent, I guess.
yeah, because I think it goes back. I
Yeah.
think now this is opinion now in terms of how I view this whole art thing. It goes back to art being an a medium of expression, right? It's okay, fine. I have this thing that I want to say, and I've one, two, three. I've identified the issue, right? And these are the things that I want to cover under this issue. Okay, if I can give an example to say, I have a problem with this whole thing of maybe AI, right? We talk about that all the time. What is it exactly that I have an issue with AI? It's killing creativity. That would be my first verse, right? It's killing creativity. Second verse, or second, not even second verse, like second quatrain, like split the verse into four parts. I have points to address. I don't, and those points need to be connected as well within that verse. That's how I view it. I feel like it's a planning thing that's missing. Now we're not talking specifically about this song. Now we're speaking like with upcoming artists, just like you said, because it's a recurring theme, right? It's a whole thing of planning to say, what do I want to achieve with this song? It is art, but what message do I want to deliver?
Mm.
So I think that planning stage is being skipped, and people are just going straight to wanting to record, and then after time they find themselves freestyling a whole bunch of issues,
Yeah.
and nothing lands.
You're right. You're
That's
right. And I think they also see it from the studio sessions because I've been in studio sessions where people who make songs that go on to do well, they look like they're freestyling. They've taken because they've done all of the years of planning and figuring how they're going to approach certain topics. They've done the homework. So
yeah,
when they get behind the mic, hold on, when they get behind the mic, it almost looks too effortless, and they're like, that means that maybe I should approach it in the same way. In the
yeah,
same way, a beat maker, like if you watch a seasoned beat maker, you look at them and be like, man, I can do this thing. And you'll approach it with that same energy, and you'll end up with a product. At the end of the day, it will be a product, but then we'll be able to pick those holes in it quite quickly to say, yeah, this person hasn't put in the time to get the fundamentals right. I think Genius is talking about those
yeah.
fundamentals.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
you're
I
gonna
think
say
this
you
is
should.
a basics thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Practice. Look, Bright, it was a mixed bag. I think that's also why I got a chance to see so many types of artists. Some were seasoned, some came from the world of like battle rap. So those guys were rapping day in and day out. They were like, it was a sport for them. And some of them struggled to make the transition over into making commercial songs. Fine. Then there were those people who are like, I've been doing this for a while, and they're still lurking around here. They're lawyers, they're doctors, they're all
Mm.
over the place, and they have the skill. It's just, I don't know, they've also just never been able to crack it. For as much as they think through the processes, like Genius has said, they just haven't managed to crack it. And then there were those people who had never stood behind a microphone, at which point we are literally talking about face the microphone, project, give more energy. So I saw right across the spectrum. And this here, honestly speaking, I think maybe because I've seen so many artists that are at the fledgling phase, the beginning stages, this for me is not beginning stage. In your mind, you might think, this guy's got a long way to go. But I'm like, these people they've come from quite low down. They're maybe, I'd say maybe here. And then as they start to get here, it becomes tougher and tougher because now we're talking about fine tuning and we're getting those small little things right. And that's how they're going to get that last little space. I'm trying to see if I can get the thing here. They're getting that last little bit of experience in. This part here is where we are failing with the things Genius is talking about.
Yeah. So I also think that presents a huge problem. For instance, for someone running a studio. For instance, I'll give an example. Yourself, Silas, being an audio engineer and producer and a mastering engineer. Somebody comes to your studio, and then you identify from the jump. They come and say, I am a seasoned musician. I know what I'm doing. I've recorded songs. I've already written this song. I'm happy with it, right? All you have to do is press record. Now you press record, you realize they're missing the basics of songwriting. And then now I feel like it's a difficult position to be in because they came in with that mentality that you are going to play the engineer role. Now your producer brain just kicks in. It's like, no, 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 no. This person, this songwriting ain't on point. Whatever we're gonna do here is not gonna come out right, and they're gonna blame it on the engineering, whereas the problem is the songwriting. So how do we handle such a thing? I think we have to have a way of dealing with identifying the root causes, of getting certain products. I think most of the time, if the songwriting stage is not right,
Yeah.
people can blame the mixing and mastering and whatnot.
I have two things to say there. Because remember, the first thing that you guys said was, why didn't you say when you guys were in studio? Why didn't you as the engineer say that one? I was just like, what? Because
I'm a sound engineer. I'm not a
yeah,
producer in
like
that
you should
moment.
know and you should be able to speak your mind. You guys, if you guys have taken as many sessions as I've taken, I can honestly,
Yeah.
I've been in everything, and I've been in sessions where people are like, yo, because now it's down to the artist, and now we're bringing in a very tricky point, which is ego, which
Yeah.
is like, yo, I'm here and I might be seasoned, but I respect your words. So speak to me. If you don't like something, talk. That person, that artist has just opened the door for me to be able to express myself. Then,
Yeah.
in the same way, there's other people who are like, when they come in, as Genius is saying, bravado, everything is there. They've even come in with friends, and their friends see them as the thing. So they can't have a lowly engineer talking down to them and saying, yo, man, I need you to do that again. Because I've been in those situations and they're like, nah, 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 I like that other take. I'm like, okay, cool, sharp. That's us now. And
Yeah.
it's difficult. It's difficult to play around that. The other thing, which is an even more nuanced thing, is when a new artist comes in, and my goal is to get them to be as brave and as confident on the mic as possible. That takes a specific approach because I can't come in and say, now we're going to do it again. With a new artist, you only have a certain amount of takes. After that, they get inside their own head and you get nothing after that point. So I have to choose my words very carefully and make sure that I can convey the idea in the shortest amount of words, and it needs to hit. And I can't be like, yo, man, you said the word truck badly. Because now they're going to, as a new artist, they're going to be thinking about that word and they're going to overpronounce it. It's not going to work. So it's tough being in that situation. I won't lie. And it does contribute to the final product. It really does. It's nice, guys. It's nice to get into a session where the artists know what they're doing and they do the damn thing, where they leave the engineer alone and they let him do his damn thing. The engineer is not all over the artist, and it's a bunch of seasoned professionals who have all come in to get a job done. Those sessions are the best because we're happy in those sessions. We're talking about football, we're talking about politics, we're talking about other stuff because the actual thing we're there to do on the day is taken care of. We're all confident in our abilities. But hey, when you must sit there and focus on, hey, bro, A, B, where's the rhyme scheme? And that's the focus of the session. It's not nice. That was one of the many reasons I stopped recording.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's a matter of really properly categorizing what a session is about. There are production sessions, whereby we're cooking from scratch, we don't have a beat, or there are beats, but we're still open to saying, you know what, this kind of song you're trying to create is not going to work with this kind of beat. Let's open the other stash and see what can work. But this one is definitely not going to work.
Yeah, guys.
Yeah, but it is those kind of conversations you gotta have, because then the expectations, someone comes, for instance, just like we've seen in a case whereby a wrong beat is picked for a song that doesn't fit. You know what I mean? So if those conversations are not had, we are sacrificing having a final product that's not gonna. And at the end of the day, it's also a name. That's in there at the end of the day.
Sometimes the guap speaks, bro.
Sometimes it's not about the money, I get it, but I think we have to have some vetting process to say, okay, what is this session really about? There may be a disconnect. The artist can genuinely think that, you know what, I'm going there, I'm set with my shit, I know I'm just gonna go and record. That's all I'm going to do. But the moment they get there, you realize, shucks, whatever this guy is saying is going to record ain't gonna cut it. He really needs to rewrite this thing.
Yeah.
But still, I feel like there's some sort of that communication should be open to say, no, okay, fine, I can still proceed, but at least I'm letting you know that
should be
where you're trying to go to, this is the route. This is not the route that you should be taking. I can still proceed nonetheless, but I just thought I should let you know that this is the better alternative.
Let's call it. Let's call it.
Yeah.
It was important. It's important that we got that.
Yeah, it's important. Yeah.
For the sake of the quality of the music.
My passing words, like in terms of like the whole song. Man, let's go to the basics. Songwriting, let's focus more on delivering coherent projects. Like if it's a song, let it be connected. What are we talking about? I should be in a position to know what I just listened to. Yeah, so those are my last words. I should be able to get what you're talking about and have something to remember after I've listened to the song. So that's that.
Mm, yo, I think part of it will be echoing what Genius said, that there needs to be more focus on the fundamentals, just getting those right, and delivering us. I don't know, just I think it's down to execution. But for me, I know it's down to time under tension. It's time. It's how many tracks you've made, the amount of work that you've put in terms of all of that type of stuff, and I think then that then goes into the next thing, which is when an upcoming artist is listening to and a more established artist, and they hear the ease and they hear the simplicity in what they've done and how they've put it together, and it still sounds really good. They should understand that they didn't just become that way, and just because it looked easy to make, just because it sounds easy on the ear, doesn't necessarily mean that they didn't put in 10 years of work to get to a point where they're able to do that. So it might then just be a case that this Wonderland track or the previous track before it, they can be redone. Like a track like that can be revisited in 5 years' time. Continue making other stuff, but a track like this can be revisited in 5 years' time. That artist can look back and go, well, actually, I didn't like the song. And they were actually right. It didn't make sense. And then they can do something that is more coherent, that does sound better. I do it all the time with my beats. I'm sure you guys do it the same, do a similar thing where you go back and you're like, man, that was trash. And then you revisit it. But that's part of the process, I guess, of all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, Mucha, before you go. Also, I just what's on the artwork for the song? The song the last one that you played, the cover art.
Oh, scrutinizing. Oh,
No, it's a what?
is that the all-seeing
Yeah,
eye?
yeah. That's the thing to say. You can even use your cover art to convey the meaning, to help the song. The theme. You can use thing to connect the dots. But if the cover art is also abstract and is telling another story, it makes it even difficult.
Yeah. Right. He was looking for something. Sorry. It's not the, and you guys, honestly, you guys have made me look at the. I probably won't scrutinize it as heavily as you guys have, but you guys have made me notice things that I don't usually listen to. When I get a track, I don't really care about the artwork and all that stuff. I literally just listen for mixed quality. So now I'm gonna do it properly
Yeah,
from now on.
yeah. Everything has to make sense. Yeah. Hey, hey.
Next
Now
week,
they should send through next week. I'll love
I
to
mean,
hear more stuff
they can
from.
still send studio at silasbeats.com. That's beats with an S, hey? .com. Okay. Yeah, they can send it through. I'll hold on to it, and then we'll do this again next week. Yeah. Man's is tired, baby's out.
Hey, man. Hey.
Oh man.
Hey.
Let me go grab a bite. Cool guys.
All right. Thanks.
Peace.
Peace out.